Jackberry House is the Injured Jockeys Fund rehabilitation centre in the north, covering northern Scotland. Any jockey with a licence qualifies to come here for their rehabilitation. We offer physiotherapy to the racing community, retired jockeys, stable staff through racing welfare, and so we work with them as well, and we have referrals from racing welfare for stable staff. But no, I say we extend to the racing community and other sports if we can.
In 4 years we raised £3.5 million, which bought the land and it raised the property, which people were ever so good to do it. All over the place. We're selling bricks at £50 a brick, as you can see on the walls around there. The names on the bricks. There's 2,700 of those, and there's also the equine bricks around the statue. People were doing bungee jumps, sponsored slims. They were doing all sorts of things.
So I'm a professional jockey. In the 1st of February this year, I had a fall at Newcastle. I broke my back and I broke my left foot.
When I find out a jockey has been injured, we first make sure the next of kin are fully aware. Depends where the accident's happened and how long their hospital stay is. Once they're discharged, then we really step in by either getting them straight to Jackberry House if the injury allows. If not, they will go home for a time to recover from the initial trauma, and we will then make a plan on how we rehabilitate them.
I then got in touch with Helen Wilson, the almoner, who referred us back to here. I come in here every single day, most days, intensive physio, gym rehabilitation.
Initially they come in and have an assessment where we find out a little bit of a history, and then from that we can then decipher what treatment we want to do. And obviously here we're extremely lucky that we've got our skills that we learn as physio, so our hands-on skills, soft tissue massage, mobilisations, exercise therapy that we can use in the gym. All of us are acupuncture trained, and then we've got the hydrotherapy pool as well, which is a brilliant, I kind of say, as physios we've got tools in our toolkit, and this is the biggest and kind of best tool you can have, really.
I benefit from the hydro pool that's with the heat in there and the compression of the water on your injuries, and also the Game Ready, which is an ice compression piece of kit, so it can freeze like a certain part of your body. As a strength and conditioning coach, Danny Haig, he helps you really much in the gym. It helps with your fitness, your strength, and he really pinpoints a certain injury, and he can compensate it with doing different things.
One thing with jockeys is they're extremely determined individuals. It can be a little bit nuts at times, but they are extremely determined, and that's one thing that's great about when they're in the rehab program, is they just want to get back to race riding as fast as possible. So it means that they're very engaged and determined and adhere to the program.
Derek Fox, he broke a wrist and a collarbone at Hexham, and the doctor, he went to hospital, and the doctor says, we'll put the wrist in a pot for 6 or 8 weeks, and we'll take it from there. So he goes to say, you can't do that, doc, he says. I want to ride in the National in 5 weeks and 4 days' time. So he put a sling on him anyway, and he sent him down here. And Danny and the physios and everything, and the hydro pool that we've got, the facilities there, got him right, and he actually rode the national winner.
It's just great to see them go through the process, get back to what they love doing, and then ultimately see them ride a winner. Then that's just a fantastic feeling from the whole team.
Without Jackberry House, the jockeys would have had to travel down south to Oaksey House if it was a serious injury.
It would have been an awful lot longer recovery process if this place wasn't here. I'd have had to have travelled down to Lambourne, which is about 4.5 to 5 hours away. I'd have to stay there as well. We'd all be lost without it. You all hope that one day you wouldn't have any falls, but it's part of the job. It's part of the danger of the job, but you do it because you love it. A big thanks goes out to the IGF and Jack Berry himself, because they've done an awful lot to help us.
We've got a team here that's second to none. They are absolutely brilliant. I mean, they relax you as soon as you come through that door. You feel the vibes, you know. I mean, they welcome you, give a cup of tea or a coffee and a chat, and we've got the physios and fitness managers and everybody here. It's a team that pull the rope the same direction. They are absolutely brilliant. I could not be more pleased with them.
The IGF is totally, it's a charity, so it relies on fundraising, donations, legacies, and we're obviously very, very lucky on that score, but we are continuing to fundraise. I mean, through Voice of Racing, it's, fantastic. We're involved with that, and, it was quite evident that, that this was needed, and certainly since we've opened, I think the jockeys are now wondering how they actually managed without it, to be honest.
I'm absolutely delighted, really. I mean, I was born in Yorkshire, I was born in Leeds, and I was a journeyman jockey for years and years. I brought 46 boats as a jockey, so I mean, I know what it is, for these injuries, and to see that they get looked after here, I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. The Injured Jockeys Fund, it's a wonderful organisation, and it doesn't just finish when they finish riding the jockeys. I mean, they care for them forever, and the families, and to have this place named after me, I could not be more proud.